Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Good to see people come back. We'll wait for a few more people to come through, but if you could please leave a like as you are rolling in as usual, guys. Hopefully you know the drill by now. Please leave a like as you are rolling in. Thank you guys for joining me again. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Flipping hot today again, man. Look, I feel like I got a little bit of a tan, you know. All I was doing, I got a little I got a little basketball thing in my garden, and I've just been playing that all day, and I feel like I've caught a tan. I don't know. Can you tell? Jeez, man. But yeah, it is boiling. Andrew, hey Mavropanos, enjoyed your stream with Lee Gunner earlier. Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's bit of a mental day today. Bit of a mental day. Hi, Samantha Jane, you all right? Good to see you back again. Yeah, so I had the live stream with Lee Gunner earlier, which was crazy, man. I mean, I've been watching him for such a long time, and for me to be able to go on his channel and be able to express my views and opinions on Arsenal and crypto, yeah, it was a great time. Hopefully I could be a little regular on there. We're even talking about doing like a little Mavropanos and Graham Potter show because he looks like Graham Potter, but yeah, that's a discussion for another time. But yeah, man, it's been a good day so far. For those joining, good to see you. Please leave a like as you're rolling in. Mohammed, yes, lad. How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Dan Jones, afternoon, mate. Got a nice breeze on the river. On the river? Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you? It's still hot. Do you know what? It was boiling earlier, and it just started raining randomly. I don't really understand English weather, man. It was boiling earlier, but now it's raining. Crazy, right? I just don't get how England works, but you know, there you go, man. But yeah, guys, I wanted to do something slightly different today. I wanted to just kind of go over a little bit of news, just some articles that I found a little bit interesting, and then just jump into a little bit of basic, like real basic chart analysis. I want to show you guys what some of these things mean as well within the charts, just so you guys have a basic understanding of how to do stuff, right? So yeah, Mohammed, where are you from, bro? I'm actually from the southeast around Luton area, but I was born in London. I'm Turkish Cypriot, so yeah, all over the place really. But yeah, I'm down in the southeast at the moment. It was boiling today, but now it was just raining. So yeah, up at Hammersmith guard boat while it's shut. Why are you there while oh, okay. I bet it's looking good though, man. Did you enjoy the sun? Have you been there all day? Just kind of chilling along the river? But yeah, guys, let's just quickly jump into it. And again, guys, thank you guys for joining, and please leave a like as you are rolling in if you are just joining us right now. So here is the first one that I wanted to look into. It actually says which cryptocurrency will explode in the first week of June. I found it quite interesting that they would even make an article on such a thing, right? I wanted to just take a look at it. Just again, take this with a pinch of salt, guys, because there is a saying when it comes into crypto, and it is sell the news. And what that means is whenever a certain cryptocurrency is put out on the media just to gain attention, whether it's good or bad, what would happen is a lot of people will start buying it, and it would drive up the price. But then once that news event actually happens, people sell, which is called selling the news, and then people end up losing quite a lot of money. So I would take this article with a pinch of salt. But yeah, we'll just quickly jump into it. You got family in Luton. Whereabouts in Luton are they from, man? Whereabouts in Luton are they from? I'm probably close to them because I'm near there as well. So yeah, but yeah, let's quickly just jump into this. So here you go. Which cryptocurrency will explode the first week of June? And it is Mana. It's crazy actually, because I used to hold Mana quite a while ago. I used to hold it when it was about what, like 15 16 cents, which is crazy because the price has gone up quite a lot now. But I used to hold it. Really good project, but I just wanted to kind of have a look and see why they think it's gonna explode, right? So let's just quickly read into it. Decentraland or Mana. The decentralized virtual world is gaining traction with consumers and brands. The recent intersection of gaming and non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, is finding expression at Decentraland, where brand events are showing a viable route to monetizing the emerging virtual world. Okay, so one cryptocurrency that is building momentum right now and primed for long-term growth is decentralized mana tokens. See, I don't really like the way they've worded that. Some people would obviously read that and get quite excited, especially if you are holding mana. But for me, again, it's like a sell the news of article for me. That is what people would get sucked into buying, especially new people. They see the article, oh, this must be good, let me go buy it. And I am not saying anything bad about mana, it is great. But what would usually happen short term is that it would probably just gain traction, gain a bit of price price increase, and then it would just start going down due to people selling the event when it actually occurs, right? So don't look too much into articles like this when they're telling you to buy stuff. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Yeah. So yeah, don't look at it too much like that. I mean, we could read a little bit more of it, but in my opinion, it's just going to kind of go on to explain, you know, why they think it's going to go up. And I just don't like, you know, reading things like that because it gives people the wrong idea, in my opinion, anyway. So yeah. The other one that I wanted to talk about, interestingly enough, I couldn't believe it when I read it. I really couldn't believe it. You guys know my views and opinions on Dogecoin, right? Well, for those that have been watching me, you know my views and opinions on Dogecoin. And look what happened. Dogecoin is soaring as Coinbase climbs aboard the crypto meme train. So they're even calling it a meme coin on the news article, but Coinbase has just listed it. I don't get it, man. I mean, with Coinbase, right? Let me just tell you something about Coinbase and what they actually set themselves out to do, what they are known for. Coinbase is known for only listing cryptos, projects that are credible, that have a reason to be listed. They only want the best on there, right? So it is extremely hard to be listed on Coinbase because you have to have something within that crypto that is doing something completely different, unique, an excellent use case to be on there. And they have just gone ahead and they've listed it on Coinbase. What is that showing you guys? Sell the news. Okay, it is a sell the news event, in my opinion, because they should not be listing something like Dogecoin. Dogecoin is soaring right now, right? The news comes out, it's going up. You know, it's gaining traction again. The hype's coming back about Dogecoin. And then what would happen? People will start buying it and then they will sell the news eventually, especially how Dogecoin has gone up so much already previously in the last like couple of months, right? Now they're doing this. I don't really get what Coinbase are doing. In my opinion, they've ruined their reputation here. With listing something like Dogecoin. There's so many excellent projects out there that should be listed. That should definitely be listed ahead of Dogecoin, but they've just gone ahead and done that. Don't get me wrong, people love it. They love the coin, massive community, but you know, Coinbase is not what they should be setting out to do. And guys, thank you all for joining me, by the way. There's 20 of you in it now. If we could please get the likes up as well, I'd greatly appreciate it. And look, ask some questions as well if you have any at all. More than happy to answer anything. So yeah, but yeah, guys, so let's quickly read into this Dogecoin article and just see what they're talking about, right? So Dogecoin may be the king of cryptocurrency jokes. Wow, but it's making it onto other major exchanges, sending its price soaring. Again, like they're literally taking a mick here, man. How is Coinbase going to be listing Dogecoin? I just don't get it. They're even calling it a meme coin and a joke within the article, and I've only been reading it for like the first couple of lines. Coinbase Global ticker Coin, the largest publicly traded crypto exchange in the US, said on Tuesday that customers with Pro accounts could transfer their Doge onto the exchange and start trading it on Thursday. So yeah, this is what I mean by the whole sell the news event. So what would usually happen is the news gets written out there on an article or on social media or whatever it is, and people will see that, okay, on this day this is going to happen. So they would automatically think that, okay, as soon as it's listed, it's going to go mental, you know, it is going to go absolutely crazy. So people would start buying it to get ready, and that would then drive the price up. Okay, and as the price is going up, that would then gain more traction from social media who are buying it on different exchanges. And then what would then happen on Thursday when Doge is finally listed on Coinbase, that is when the sell the news event will happen, and what you will start realizing, and what this has happened in my experience anyway, you'll start realizing that it starts going down, 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 and you're like, wow, this was meant to be a huge deal. I've been caught in it loads of times. I've been caught in it with actual great cryptos as well. It's not just about Doge being a meme coin. There's some great projects that have been listed on Coinbase, and I've been expecting them to go mental as soon as it was listed. But what actually happened was it drove the price up while we were waiting for it to be listed, and then it just went down when it was listed. So, you know, you just kind of got to look at it two ways. Again, I don't really like that, but another thing to keep in mind, sell the news events. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind as well. Whenever you see a big event happening within a coin, just kind of, you know, realize what you're doing here and just think, sell the news event. Okay. Dan, how long and often does the bull run go for? So it's kind of been, it's a good question. We've had a bull run in 2017 and we had one in 2013 as well. There've been different lengths each time. Typically they do last just about like under a year. But it's very difficult to say because they've been different. In 2017, we actually had two where prices soared and then they kind of just went flat and down for a little bit for a few months, and then we had another massive push up. So but in 2013 we just had one. In my opinion, again, not financial advice or anything, but I feel like we are doing something similar to the 2013 bull run. We seem to be mirroring it, so it is very similar, and it just seems to be taking longer than what happened in 2013. So in regards to this bull run, in my opinion, I do think we still got a little bit to go, quite a way to go. Bitcoin, I believe, still has another high to make. How I look at it is we've obviously seen Bitcoin go mental. We've seen Ethereum go mental. We've seen coins such as Cardano ADA, which has been quite a leader in the market. That's gone pretty crazy. But then you look down the list of the altcoins and not a lot of them have actually gone on a massive run yet. So in my opinion, I still believe that there's quite a way to go for these altcoins. So yeah, difficult to say in timing. Timing is never a good thing to predict in crypto, but I think there's a way to go still. Mohammed, thoughts on ADA, VeChain, and Zilliqa? I used to hold all three of them, bro. Literally used to hold all three of them. They're all great. They're all excellent. And when I say used to, believe it or not, when I first got into crypto just over a year ago, my first 4 coins that I held was XRP, ADA, VeChain, and Zilliqa. I used to stake Zilliqa as well. I got into Zilliqa and VeChain well under a cent. And I got into ADA at 3 cents. So it was quite a long time ago. I love them. Again, it's not something that I hold right now, but you can't hold everything. I'm just positioned in other things right now. However, if you are holding them, you know, absolutely good for you. I do believe that they're really good. The communities with these guys as well. Zilliqa, ADA, and VeChain, their communities on social media is mental. Although I don't hold them, I follow a lot of them on Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, it's pretty good. Scott, thanks for joining us as well, by the way. Scott, what is your opinion on price range of XRP if Ripple wins or settles with the SEC? What we're actually going to do, Scott, is take a look at XRP on one of the charts. Now, there are some people that I watch on YouTube that have been watching and following for a long time. He has a very strong opinion on where the price of XRP may go. And we will take a look into it. But I do believe that XRP as well has got a very long way to go in regards to its price, even without the whole SEC business. I know that you're quite new, but what I believe is sentiment and news comes at the right time. So what you will probably see is that as the price of XRP starts going up, the SEC case will probably get settled around that time, and you'll be like, that's a bit sus, you know. And as the price of XRP was dropping down, yeah, of course, the SEC knows obviously drove that to go down as well, right? But, you know, I believe news happens at the right time for the right reason. But we'll take a look at the charts of it very soon, okay? Amir, thanks for joining us, man. If you was to hold 2 coins for the next 2 to 3 years, which ones would you buy? It's a very difficult question because there's obviously so many of them out there, and I do plan to hold some of them. for that long. Some of them, of course, I will be taking profit for as well. It's definitely worth doing some research on coins such as Luna, for instance. Again, none of this is financial advice. I've just done some of my research and I like the project quite a lot. So if you want to look into it. But for me, if I was to hold 2 coins for the next 2 to 3 years, I would be holding something such as Luna, simply because of their ecosystem, how big it is, their staking reward. So you could be earning a lot of passive income just by holding and staking Luna as well. And then the other one, it would probably have to be some kind of large cap coin. You're looking at something such as, you know, your Bitcoins or Ethereums or stuff like that, because they're more of a safe bet, if that makes sense. So I'd be looking at them too, if I'm being completely honest with you. So yeah, let's have a quick look. Cryptobible coming through, full-time job to remove the mad scam merchants that spam genuine content. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it happens. We just got to ignore it, man. We'll ignore it and move on. We'll ignore it and move on. Scott, thank you. I'll watch for the video. I got in XRP at 12 cents. I'm actually going to be taking a look at XRP in this live stream. I'm going to be doing some chart analysis now for you guys. Again, very simple stuff. And you got in at 12p. Okay, so that's probably around the same as what I would have got into. So I got in around 17 cents. I look at things in USD value. I've just got used to it like that. But yeah, that was around this time a year ago. So around the 17 to 19 cent area. If you're still holding though, fair enough, man. You know, it takes a lot to be an XRP holder. We go through a lot, man. So yeah, good for you. Amir, thanks, bro. I'll have a little read on Lou. Yeah, definitely do. I did do a video, Amir, on how to do your own research on coins. If you wanted to kind of take a look at that video on how to do your own research and implement that into your own research for your coins, or if you want to use it for Luna, have a watch. Hopefully you could walk away from it learning something, you know. Arsenal fan 13, thanks for joining us, man. Is focusing on sectors I'm familiar with, real estate, travel, media, etc., a better choice than looking at coins financials? It would depend on your experience, what you're most comfortable with, because if you're familiar with real estate, travel, media, and stuff like that, then there's no means to walk away from it, man. You know, not at all. I mean, if you're comfortable in doing that and you believe that you can make a lot of money just by focusing on that, then do it. If you was to get into crypto, for me, crypto is great. It's changed my life in such a way where I want to help people to change their lives as well. However, it's not something that people should just rush straight into. It's something people should definitely do their research on before they're investing, and then make that decision whether or not you'd like to invest. But why don't you do a mix of both? But obviously just go in slowly with crypto. And then any questions, man, just let us know. For the new guys joining, again, please like the video and definitely ask any questions you want. What I want my channel to be about is basically answering any questions you guys have, doing any videos that you want me to cover. And then, you know, hopefully you could then move on to the next video and learn something again. So ask away, guys. Seriously, ask away. Hendon Guna, it's good to see a lot of Gunas in here as well, man. May need to add some moderators to your stream to remove the spammers and haters. I do plan to do that. I know there's a lot of scammers and haters out there. It's one of them things with my channel. I'm still growing. You know, I'm thankful for everything that's happened so far and everyone that's here. But with how small the channel is right now, I kind of want it to grow a little bit more. And then when I start seeing some of the regulars coming back for the live streams, I'll be able to know who I could trust to be a moderator and so on, if you know what I mean. So yeah, definitely a good idea. I will definitely do that. JC, hello. How do you know which coins to research? Okay, so it was a question that I answered in a live stream a few days ago. It's a really good question, because obviously I've done the video on how to do your own research, but then there's a question of what do I research? What do I actually research? And how I look at it, there's a few ways. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is whenever you have these exchanges which you download, such as Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase, Kraken, what they tend to do is that they will list a coin every week or so, right? They will come out with a new listing. They'll announce it on their social media. And for me, that's a good sign, because I'm thinking to myself, other than the whole Dogecoin being listed on Coinbase, by the way, let's just forget about that for now. But when these exchanges list coins, they're listing it for a reason. And sometimes they're listing a coin that's really going under the radar here, that could be a hidden gem. And for me, whenever I see a coin listed, I'll do a quick little research on it just to see what it's about, because it could be something that no one really knows about. And then you will see that a few months later, it starts going up quite a lot. And then you just think to yourself, oh, if I just done a bit of research on that, that could have been good. And you know, a lot of things happened like that for me when it came to for me investing into some of the coins, because I had a look of why they've been listed on exchanges, and I've done a little bit of research. Turns out they're little hidden gems, so that's a good way. Another good way is just by searching on social media, looking at if people are talking about a certain coin, because people do get into coins very early and then they'll talk about it a lot. It's just about, you know, having a good eye for spotting something. So that's how I do it anyway. Mohammed, is Shiba Inu a scam or something like Dogecoin? Yes, in my opinion, it is. It's just another dog coin, no use case, no utility. It's just hype. So for me, you'll grow to learn that with me, I don't go into all of these hype coins. They do not interest me at all. I go to bed at night more comfortably, knowing that I am investing into something that has a brilliant use case, great partnerships, excellent utility. They're the type of things I want to be investing in, you know. Lion Sniper, thanks for commenting and joining us. Is shit coins the way to go in this bull market? Will profit at minimum right now? No. So I get why you would think that, because they're the ones that have been going up right now. What we call it meme season, meme coin season, shit coin season, whatever you want to call it, right? And it happened in 2017 as well. And not so much in 2013 because it wasn't as popular back then. But what you'll realize is that as Dogecoin started to go up, all of these other random meme coins start being made out of nothing. And then, you know, if it's got a cool name or something like that, it will be hyped up. And then it just kind of just goes up and goes up. But the reason why it's very scary to be in coins like that is because you'll realize that about 60% of the entire circulating supply of that coin will probably be held by 4 people. Okay, so what I mean by that is 4 or 5 people are holding the majority of all the meme coins out there, all the Shibu, all of whatever other scam coins are out there, right? And at any point, they could pull the rug. They could sell. People will buy it, hype. Cool, price has gone up now. I'm going to sell all of it. They've just become millionaires. You've just lost a lot of money because they've just sold all of it. Then you're done for. That won't happen in a proper coin, right? So it's better safe than sorry. Samantha J, my portfolio seems to be growing a bit at the moment. Thanks for the advice. Anytime. Yeah, the market is recovering pretty well right now. We're just grinding up pretty slowly. We'll take a look in a second as well at some of the coins. But yeah, I'm glad to see it's going up. Jay Witty, how did you get into crypto? I really want to jump in on it, but I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, look, I don't blame you, man. I was like that as well. Before I got into crypto, I was doing like, you know, Forex and certain stocks and stuff. I didn't know what I was doing, and I lost a lot of money. So I was introduced to crypto by a good friend of mine, and he introduced me to XRP. And I done a lot of research before I got into crypto. This was back in April last year, so just over a year ago. And I invested after a month of research, wanted to do this properly. And then after investing, I just started watching a lot more educational videos, learning how to do basic technical analysis, research, met a lot of good people along the way who gave me great advice. And that is how I got into crypto. And I get why you're nervous, because crypto is very volatile. As long as you go into it with a plan and a strategy. And what I mean by that is, you know, understanding how the markets work. So again, doing some of your own research on it, understanding how they work, understanding that you need to get into the correct things. You know, you'll be fine. You just don't go all in, only put in what you can afford to lose, and whatever that much may be, it could become life-changing like it was for me. So I'm just here to kind of give you guys some advice along the way, give you a helping hand, just so you guys feel a little bit more comfortable and you don't make the same mistakes that I made, right? I'll do one more question, guys, and then I'll quickly jump into the charts, and then I will answer the rest of them after. Lance, thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. Also, guys, please leave a like as you're rolling in. I would really appreciate it. Pushes it out to more people. We're still a growing channel, and you know, more people I could help, the better. So, but as a beginner, what do you think is the best way to get started and learn more about crypto? What websites to look at? Who to follow on Twitter? Okay. So it's quite a broad question, and I was stuck as well. One thing I would say, Lance, do not follow hype. Okay, so if people are promising you or telling you, or you're seeing a post on Twitter saying that a coin is about to 10x the next day, do not believe them, because what you'll end up doing is getting drawn into it. You'll go invest in it, and then you will end up realizing it's not 10xing in a day. It's taking longer than you thought. I would definitely be very patient with everything. Nothing happens overnight. I would watch educational, genuine people. You will know what I mean when you start watching people. You get a lot of people hyping, screaming about stuff when they're making videos. I just don't get it. I stopped watching all of that stuff very, very long time ago. But when you're new, it's what you want to hear. So they end up getting drawn to these channels that do that. Cool. I get it. We like to hear a bit of hype, but definitely don't do that. I would download an app called CoinMarketCap. It has all of the cryptos on there, gives you some updates about them, what they actually do, shows you a brief description of the graphs as well. You can manage your portfolio in there. So CoinMarketCap is a great app to download. And then when it comes to who to follow on Twitter, what I'm going to do, I want to actually do a video on that, because there's a few people that I believe are good to follow. So you'd have pure educational people on there, people who give really good news. So like giving you real news, right? None of this, again, hype stuff. You'll have people that do excellent chart analysis. You've got people that do talk about coins, but are honest about it. So you know that I know that they've done their research about them all. I will look into this and I'm going to do a video for you. Okay. So don't worry about that. But for now, CoinMarketCap, start watching some more educational people on YouTube, stay away from hype and be patient. That is the advice that I would give to a beginner, to a complete beginner for now. Okay. But yeah, guys, let's quickly jump into some of these charts. Now, what I mean by this whole chart analysis is I'm going to literally make it as basic as possible. Obviously, when new people look at a chart, they get extremely confused. And I just want to show you what everything firstly means on the chart. And then I'm going to show you a few little tools that I use to help me determine of where the price may go in the short term. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to walk away from it knowing how to kind of see where the support levels are of a coin, resistance levels are. You could kind of understand when there's going to be a little breakout or a breakdown. I'm just going to show you two tools that I use. We'll have a look at like 5 charts, and then we'll take it from there. And just before we go on that, yes, we do like big green candles. That is what we want to see. So let's just get straight into it, guys. So the first one that I'm going to show you, let me just get it up for you, is of course going to be Bitcoin. Okay. Excuse me. You'll realize at the top here, I have got the Bitcoin chart, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, and Matic. Okay. The reason why I've got Bitcoin is obviously because it is the king of crypto, and usually in the market, whatever Bitcoin tends to do, the market tends to follow. Okay, so it has a massive influence on the market, whether people like it or not. So we do need to always be making sure that we are keeping a close eye on Bitcoin, and it's always good to know where and what Bitcoin is about to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly analyze each chart, and after each chart, I'll quickly go back to the comments and just have a look and see if there's any questions on there. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm actually going to make the screen big, so just so you can see the screen and not my face, just so you can kind of see it better. Okay, so there we go. Right, so here's the Bitcoin chart. Okay, firstly, what are these lines? All right, let's just quickly show you what these lines are. These are called candles. Okay, and you'll realize that the candles have what we call wicks. These are wicks going up and down on them, right? So let's just take this candle for it. Let's just take this candle for instance, because it's quite a big one, right? So what do these mean? Red means it was a red day. Here's the time frame. So this is the daily chart. So red means it's a red day. It closed lower than the day before. Okay. What do these wicks mean? It means that on this day, so this day was the 19th of May, if you look to the bottom here, right? The 19th of May. So on the 19th of May, the lowest Bitcoin went down to, and if you look all the way to the right, you could see it says $30,000. Okay. That was the day of the crash as well, by the way. All right. So it went down to $30,000. The highest Bitcoin went on that day was 43,200. Oh, just got one off it there. 43,000, let's just say 400, right? In that area. However, Bitcoin closed its day. So where this rectangle kind of ends, it closed its day at 36,719. All right. So that was a really crazy day. We went as high as 43,400, as low as 30,000, and we ended the day on 36,500. Crazy, right? So again, we'll just do this next day. Next day was a little bit better. We went as low as 34,500, as high as 42,300, but we ended the day on 40,400. Okay, so that's all that means. Then at the top here, this, by the way, is TradingView. You could use TradingView for free. When you are using it for free, it does have adverts that come up, which you just need to get rid of or refresh your screen. But yeah, here you've got the time intervals. Okay, so if you go down, you could see I can go to the 4-hour chart and it would bring up the 4-hour chart. You just zoom out. Okay, and there you go. You're now looking at the 4-hour chart. If you use this here, if you go up, it will make it bigger for you. Go down, it will obviously make it smaller, and you could zoom in and out. All right. Up here, the only one that you really need to know about is the indicators. And if you know of any indicators and you want to bring them up, you can kind of type them in here. So say, for instance, you wanted to see Bollinger Bands, which I will cover in another video for you guys of what they do. You just click it and bang, there you go. This tool comes up and it shows you the Bollinger Bands. If you wanted to hide something, here it is. You click the little eye and it hides it. All right. And then if you want to click something else to bring it up, so you just do that and it just kind of brings it up or hides it for you. Okay. Now, what I wanted to take a look at with Bitcoin, I just wanted to show you a simple resistance and support level and what we're kind of looking at here, right? So obviously we've had this big crash. And I can see here that we've kind of just, come into this area here where there was quite a bit of volatility. So for me, I'm going to quickly take a look into this area, right? What I'll do, I'll just go here and I like using the horizontal ray. And what that will do is if you just click it anywhere you want to, it will just, do a massive long line for you. So you could just take a look at where these levels are, right? So I like looking at this area, right around here, about 37,500, because to me, I could see here that, we bounced off it a few times over here. Even here, we hit it and came back down, and then we managed to, move above it. And then when we come back down again, all that volatility was kind of happening around here, and we've been struggling to break that level for a few days. And as you can see right now, we've just broken above it. So for me, I was looking at this area of 37,500 right there. And we've just now broken it and we've gone up. So literally extremely simple stuff, guys. Nothing technical at all. Just trying to keep it as simple as possible. But this is what I see with Bitcoin, okay? And that's just one of the lines I'm looking at to signify a level of support or resistance. And to me, that was a level of resistance, okay, which became a level of support, which then broke back down and is now a level of resistance, which is now broken back above. Okay, so very simple stuff. And then the only other tool that I'm going to be covering today is called the Fibonacci Retracement. Okay, the Fibonacci Retracement. One second, let me just get it up for you. Cool. So the Fibonacci Retracement is basically a tool that people use to it basically brings up all the calculations of a chart and it finds the levels of support and resistance for you. If I was to get rid of all the tools on here and I was just to use one, it would be the Fibonacci Retracement. It's extremely important to me, and you'll see how it actually works and why you guys should use it as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to full screen for you guys now. So the Fibonacci Retracement can be found if you just click the little arrow here, and it's here. And all you want to do with it, and for this, I do tend to use the 4-hour chart. So whenever I'm doing analysis, I only use the 1 hour, 4 hour, and 1 day. You can't really chart something less than that. It just wouldn't make sense. Okay, a lot of the candles usually have levels where you want to be looking at daily or the 4-hour chart. So for this, I'm just going to look at the 4-hour chart, and what you want to find is the local top, okay, of Bitcoin. All right. So if I just quickly come over here, and what you want to find with the Fibonacci Retracement, whenever you're using it, you want to find the local top. Okay, and when you found it, as you can see right here, you want to click and drag towards the local bottom, which is right there. Okay, the local bottom. Oh, champagne Bollinger. Well, I don't know how that came up, but there you go. Okay, there we go. So from the local top, click and drag it down there. And what you'll see here, it looks very confusing. I'll just explain it to you now, guys. These are all levels, okay, of resistance. All right. And usually what you will find is that the 0.618, the 0.702, and the 0.786 up here are the most important level of resistance. And you'll find that a lot of the bounces happen within these areas, hence why this tool is really, really good to use. Okay, so let's just quickly analyze what we're looking at here so you understand a bit more. If we come down here, you could see clearly that between the 0.702 and the 786, we had some clear bounces before it then broke back down. And then we had some bounces between the 0.5 and the 0.618. Just to be clear, the 0.786 is the last retracement. So whenever something crashes down, ideally what you want to be looking at is for it to come back and burst through these levels, the 618, 702, and 786. And once it has burst through the 786, usually what would happen is that it would then go on its next run. Okay, it's an extremely bullish sign, right? So right now we are battling the 0.236, okay, the first level of retracement. And after we break through that, what you will tend to realize is that we'll start battling this retracement up here. Okay, so we went up, went back down, we're bouncing around these levels, and as you can see here, we've perfectly came back up after this crash, and then we wanted to break back above the 0.618, which we failed to do. We then crashed down. Okay, tried to come back up and past the 0.382, we couldn't, and we come and crash back down. So it is literally just very, very simple stuff. All you're really looking for here, okay, is for this particular crypto to be moving past these levels of resistance. And what it will do, if I just bring it here, these are the prices. Okay, so if you're doing some analyzing and you're saying, okay, I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, what I want to see Bitcoin pass the 0.786 because I know that's an extremely bullish sign. So what level, what price does that lay at? Cool, where that lays at, as you can see there, 57,307. So we know that if we're passing through 57,307, we know that we're probably going a lot higher here, right? So again, you know, you just kind of looking for these levels of resistance and supports, and the Fibonacci retracement is a great way of finding that. All right, so definitely look into that. We'll look at these other charts as well and just kind of analyze the other charts too, just so I could show you, because each chart will have its own story. Bitcoin will have its own story. Ethereum will have its own story when it comes to these retracements and support levels and stuff. And then what you'll tend to realize is that you will then be able to start analyzing these charts and saying to yourself, cool, I want to invest in this coin, but let me just quickly take a look at the chart and see if we're approaching some level of resistance. And if we pass that level of resistance, I'm going to buy it because that seems like it's going to start going up a bit more. Or if we've just approached the level of resistance and we've just rejected it completely, you're going to say to yourself, I'm just going to hold off a little bit because that's just rejected that level, which is a very important level clearly. And it seems like we're going back down. I'll rethink that again when we come back to retest that level of resistance or support, right? So that's how you kind of use it. All right. So let's have a quick look here. What do you think of Tether? Yep. It's great. Again, you know, another great project, and nothing wrong with Tether at all. I don't hold it myself, but if you do hold it, absolutely fine. Chris, good to see you, bro. And Breck, thank you for commenting as well. Thank you for being here. I'm seeing a lot of new faces, by the way, so thank you guys. If you could leave a like as well, that would be very much appreciated. Funny comment. Shiba is the Hector Bellerin of crypto. Let's not even talk. I don't ever want to hear Hector Bellerin's name again in my life. Okay, that guy is done out here, man. let's not even go there anymore. But yeah, he is the Shiba of crypto. Thoughts on Audius coin? I haven't heard of it, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'll look into it, and if you're in my next live stream, bro, I'll see if I can give an opinion on it. Hendon Guna, what's your take and preference in regard to hardware crypto wallets? Yep, absolutely fine. Tell you what, give me 2 seconds. Bush, there you go. I've got my little Ledger Nano here. So this is a safe wallet. It's a little USB which you could send your crypto to, and you could store it in there. Absolutely safe. It's completely offline. It's decentralized. What would happen is that whenever they, this is what it looks like. Just a little wallet there. So this is a wallet where you could store your crypto. Whenever you're given this, you are given a 21-word recovery seed phrase, okay, which is unique to you, which you need to write down, which no one else can know. And then you have to put in an 8-digit password as well, completely unhackable and safe. So if anyone does want to get a ledger, this is a Ledger Nano X. I definitely recommend getting one, and you can store your crypto on there. If you don't know how to do it, a video is coming up on how to actually send crypto to these so you can store them. But yeah, I do use them. I also use apps as well, such as Trust Wallet, Atomic Wallet. They are completely decentralized and offline as well, and they're a lot more convenient as well, because if I wanted to quickly send some crypto from my Trust Wallet to Binance, for example, I could do it, and it just needs my Face ID. Whereas if I'm storing stuff on my ledger, I would physically need my ledger to approve that transaction, which is just not as compatible unless you're at home doing nothing, right? So I have some in all of them, in both, or have some in Exchange, Trust Wallet, Atomic Wallet, this Ledger. Have them scattered around, man. Definitely be safe when it comes to holding your cryptos, guys. Okay. Nisha, good to see you. Great information again. Wish this channel was around last year. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Well, it's here now, so let's make the most of it while we can, you know. Let's make the most of it while we can. Thoughts on Binance Coin? I brought in at $10 2 years ago. Also, do you use Binance or buy it? I use Binance. That is the main exchange that I use. I actually made a video recently regarding how to use Binance, how to deposit, withdraw, buy coins, set sell limit orders. I explain what all of that means, how to withdraw back into your bank account. I done a massive video on Binance with a screen recording of my phone using it with my voice behind it to make it as easy as possible for you. So, and Binance Coin, it's gone mental, hasn't it, man? Yeah, I was around as well when I saw it when I got in. It was about $19. It has gone crazy, man. These exchange tokens are going mad. Honestly, you've got like KCS, the KuCoin, KuCoin coin as well. But yeah, Binance Coin has gone mental, man. So I wouldn't buy it now simply because it's just gone up so much. I don't buy things that have gone up a lot. I tend to just kind of stick to the ones that are bottomed out still, that have great opportunities still. But yeah, Binance Coin's mental, isn't it? Do I hold SafeMoon? No, I do not hold SafeMoon. It is another meme token. Thank you for joining, by the way, the stream. It's great to see all of you guys, all some new faces in here. But yeah, I don't hold SafeMoon, bro. It's not something for me. It is one of them other meme coins, so I tend to stay away from them. What happens to your crypto accounts if you die suddenly? Jesus, man. Well, we're going to be doing a video on that, aren't we, Crypto Bible? It is believe it or not, it's a commonly asked question. What does happen? Do you have a will or something, right? I'll be covering all of this in a video for you, so we could explain it all there. Hopefully, a lot of these videos that I'm saying I'm doing, I'll be working very hard tomorrow to be getting some of these out for you, okay? But yeah, let's quickly move on to the next chart, which is Ethereum. Again, I'm charting Ethereum because it is the king of the altcoins, and whenever Ethereum tends to move, the other altcoins tend to actually follow soon after. All right, so again, Bitcoin basically manages the whole market, but Ethereum seems to have a good story to tell for the altcoins in the future. So it is extremely important that people take a look at Ethereum as well. So let me just get that up for you guys. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Cool. So a little bit different here. This is the daily chart for Ethereum. And what you could see here is what you call a trend line. So a trend line is basically when you are seeing that there is a certain level of support where the coin keeps bouncing off, okay, until we finally do break down from it. So even if we go all the way back here, this is December 23rd, 2020. And you could see that we've just followed this trend line, bounce up, bounce up. So clearly this was following a perfect trend, but what we then broke back below it. And what I've put here is the next level of resistance, which I can see because we've just been kind of struggling and playing around with this area for a while. But I've kept this trend line up here above it as well, because if we do manage to break above this, because we've seen that Bitcoin did manage to do that. If I just take this off and go back to the daily chart for Bitcoin, zoom in, and what we could see here is actually something very similar to Ethereum. So if I just go there, so we could see here, although it's very slight, we can see that there's been a little breakout of Bitcoin there, and it looks very similar to this right here, and it's kind of still just battling that area there. So I want to see it break above it. Then I want to see if we're actually going to have some kind of resistance at this trend line again. So if I just make that a bit bigger, is it going to break back above this? Because this was holding very well. So for me, I'm looking at it here and I'm thinking to myself, cool, we've got a little resistance here at 2,760. And then we'll probably have one around the 3,250 area, right? So again, very simple stuff, nothing too technical, or obviously people do this as a day job and they'll start using loads of these indicators. I'm just showing you two of the most simple things so you guys can use it as well. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at here right now. Then if I just take these off the screen and go to the 4-hour chart, and then we'll lay a quick Fibonacci retracement over it. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go from the local top, okay, to 2 seconds, to the local bottom right there. Okay, and we're going to start analyzing what's going on here. Okay, so it seems like there seemed to have been a level of support at the 0.702, okay, which we then broke above the 0.786, but then when we came back down, we then bounced on the 0.702 again before we then broke below it, in which we were then bouncing around the 0.5 and the 618 for a while. And then obviously Bitcoin had this massive crash and just took everything down with it. Okay, so for me, again, the last retracement is the 0.786, but I tend to look at the 0.618 and the 0.702. For me, most important here is the 0.702. Why? Because it was support here, it was support here, but then what was it? It turned into be resistance, resistance, resistance. 3 times we couldn't manage to break back above it, all right, until we then crashed. So I'm looking at the 0.702 at 3,591, and I'm saying to myself, cool, that was resistance here and it was support here. This is clearly a very big level of where we need to be looking out for where price could potentially go. So I want it to break 3,591, because I know if we break above it, it doesn't seem to have much resistance at the 0.786. So I'm comfortable knowing that if we break the 0.702, I think we're probably going to break quite easily above the 0.786. So again, you can just kind of follow Ethereum as it's grinding its way back up. And once we get into this area, if you want to make a decision of buying it, again, this is not financial advice or anything. It's just basic technical analysis if you wanted to implement it into your own coins. But if you then see that it's broken this area, okay, and we've closed above it. And what I mean by close is, remember these daily candles, these wicks, we wicked below, we wicked above, but this is where we closed. If we close above it, on the 4-hour chart, to me, that's a bullish sign. Okay, so again, very simple stuff. I showed you the trend line of the daily chart, and I've shown you a 4-hour Fibonacci retracement as well. Local top to local bottom. Here's your resistance levels here. Nice and easy. Literally, it's kind of given to you, right? It's such a brilliant tool to use. So, definitely see if you guys can implement it into your own analysis as well, if you wanted to ever do that. So yeah, that is Ethereum. Glad to see some of you guys are still here, because I can't actually see while I'm analyzing these charts. It is good to see some of you actually still watching, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys actually think of the whole trend line and the Fibonacci. Am I explaining it okay? Am I going too fast? Please let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys to learn, right? I know it's a lot to take in, but just trying to make it, as easy as I can here. So you said, sorry, I meant Binance or Bybit. I'm just holding, but I want to start trading. Cheers, mate. Okay, so for me, when it does come to crypto, I'm more of a holder. I believe that you make more money as you're just holding instead of trading. Trading is more for the whole forex scene and all of that, but with Bitcoin, with crypto, it's about buying early, holding it, and taking profits along the way rather than trading. But I use Binance, and if I was to do a little trade, again, hopefully you've probably joined at the right stream. You're seeing how you could potentially trade. I wouldn't do it on a large level. Crypto is extremely unpredictable, guys. Let's just make that very clear. And it's extremely volatile as well. These charts could just go mental. I mean, this was when Bitcoin crashed. Look at that wick. Ethereum went from 2,790 all the way back down to 1,881. That's like £1,000 drop. Okay, and then about a day or two later, here we are at 1,725. So sometimes these levels could mean absolutely nothing if Bitcoin is just going on an absolute rampage. I mean, if we just take a look at this, if I put Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart here, it's another little tool you could, it's not such of a tool, but it's quite useful to just understand how far things are dropping. So if you just go to this little button here and then click price range, again, go from that top of that day. So this is the 4-hour chart. And I'm just going to go from, although this was the 19th of May, here we are on the 12th of May. So just 7 days later, drag it down like that. We went down nearly 50%. So if you had invested in here into any crypto, because a lot of them done very similar things to Bitcoin, if you had invested here, and let's be honest, up here, there was a lot of hype going on. That's when the whole Dogecoin thing was going on as well. People were entering the market and buying like crazy. Okay. And then what happened a few days later? Bush, they would have just lost 50% of their investment, and new people would not be prepared for that. New people would not be mentally fit to actually, you know, realize what's just happened there. They would have just thought, what the heck? Crypto is a scam. Why did I do this? You start blaming your cousin for telling you to get into crypto, and you're like, why did I invest? And it's just the way it goes, right? People do that, and that's what the crypto market will make you do. It will drain you mentally until it wants you out of the market. And it's those that hold strong, that are calm, that realize that this happens in crypto. That will happen again, guys. A drop like that will happen again, but are you going to be able to live through it this time? Because I know I will. I know I definitely will be holding if I understand what's actually going on, and I think that there's a lot more to go in this market. I'll be fine with it. A lot of people that I was helping were prepared for that dip. I told them that something like that will happen back in January. I said to them, because it happened in 2013. That kind of drop happened in 2013. Okay. So it's seen as we were mirroring 2013 and that bull run. If that had a 50% dip, why should we not expect one here? And there you go. We have expected one. We've got one. Good thing is it's done now though. So but yeah, it's just how the market goes. So yeah, it's just how it is. Very clearly explained. I'm glad to see that, guys. Thank you. I'm glad it's helping you as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do like a lot more of these where I'm just kind of talking about a few different tools on charts independently, so you guys can just kind of take away a little bit of knowledge after every video. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm happy to see that it's helping you guys. I'm trying to explain it clear, like I said. But yeah, let's quickly just move on to just a few more. And these, let me show you here. So we've got XRP, we've got ADA, and we've got Matic. The reason why I've brought up XRP is not just because I hold it, but because it's a very common and you know, it's extremely popular within the whole crypto space anyway. So I thought I'd just get it up. And then obviously ADA and Matic might be in the outlier here, is because ADA and Matic have actually been leaders in this market. What I mean by that is they started their bull run very early. So where the whole market was quite flat and still, you could see here that Matic went on I have to zoom out even more. Matic went on a crazy run. So again, even if we get this this price bar up here, if I go from the bottom here up to the top, give me a second. There you go. Look at that. 20,000% rise. Yeah, from December up till just last month. 20,000% rise. So we went from 1 cent up to $2.7. Okay, there you go. And by the way, guys, that is crypto for you. Okay, so just giving you an example of what crypto bloody is. That is crypto for you. I was in Matic at 3 cents, by the way. Some of the guys may know that I was helping. I got into Matic at 3 cents and I sold it. I sold all of it at 50. So even there, I still made like 10, what's that, 15 times my money, which is excellent. And the thing is, that can happen. That's how I've had life-changing moments in crypto, and I want to help people do the same. That's why I'm so like passionate about it all. But there you go. There's a very clear scene right there, right? 20,000%, well, 19,246% rise just in Matic. Let's just go to ADA. We'll zoom out of ADA. Cardano. I know that's had a massive rise. We'll go from this low here to the top. Price range. So from this low here up to the top. Daily, here we go. So that's had a 3,187% rise. So we've gone from 7 cents up to $2.5. Okay, so you may think that that's a massive drop in comparison to Matic, but you got to remember Matic was 1 cent. 1 cent just to 7 cents, right? 1 cent just to 7 cents is already 7 times your money. Let's just get that clear. Let's just get that out there, right? So then obviously from 7 cents to there, it's going to be a lot less than Matic. But as you can see, these had a massive bull run already. It's gone absolutely mental. But then you go over to something like XRP, and yes, it's risen a little bit, but not that much. I mean, if we just kind of take it with XRP right now, where are we at from that low? I remember when that crashed there, up to there. There you go, 1,000%. So nowhere near as much as something like Matic and ADA. I look at these because I know that they're leaders, and I realize that. And leaders are always followed by the laggers. Okay, so that's why it's always good to understand who the leaders are in the market. So then you've obviously got the king who controls it. Then you've got, you know, the other king of altcoins to see what because Ethereum always tells a story for the altcoins as well. Then you've got laggers, then you've got leaders. Okay, so there's loads of different things that you need to be looking out for. But for XRP, just quickly again, so hopefully by now, guys, you can kind of have a look and understand what's going on here. So what can you guys see here, right? We could see that this area, we kind of struggled to pass. We kind of struggled to beat it, okay? In the end, we did. And what did we do? We came back down, and it showed as a level of support here as we bounced back above it. And then here, as we did crash, although we wicked below it, we didn't close below it. We then went back above it, and then we crashed. And what is it now? It's now resistance. So now I'm looking for it to break this resistance level. So again, very simple stuff. There's so much more technical analysis to come out of XRP. Okay, again, you could get a Fibonacci retracement and lay it over and have a look and see where the 0.702 retracement lies. And then that will be another level of where I'll be looking to see, okay, that's where we need to get through in order for us to go a little bit higher. So if we get it from the top, drag it down to the local bottom. Ensure you're obviously including the rest of the chart as well, though. And I understand here, you could even see here how much level of resistance there was at this 0.786. Look how many times we bounced below it, right? And then it just kept getting rejected. But ideally here, we want to see it break above the $1.57, the 702. And then most importantly, we now know that in XRP's story, the 0.786, this line here has clearly been a level of resistance. 1, 2, 3 times we rejected it. Okay, so that's what you want to be looking out for. So again, if you wanted to be making a trade on XRP, if you want to buy it now, absolutely fine. What I would, if I was buying right now, I'd be looking for it to quickly flip this level here first, for me to give me some confirmation that we're now going above. We've now beaten this resistance level, right? And then I'll be looking to see if we could break through this 0.786. Okay, then I'll know that if we beat that, bang. Okay, you've just gone above it now. You've just gone above all of this. We're back above, and now we're probably going to be going a little bit higher, right? So again, yeah, we've looked at these guys. You know, hopefully you guys now kind of understand a little bit on the whole technical analysis side. It hasn't been massive. There hasn't been anything too technical. I haven't busted out all these massive indicators and the relative strength in the moving averages that you see some of these guys post. Sometimes it's not needed. Sometimes it's better to just be simple. Yeah, don't overcomplicate things. Sometimes there's a clear picture being shown to you. The story is being shown to you from each coin, and all I've done is use a bloody line and a Fibonacci retracement. And now that you know how to use a Fib retracement, you could use it on anything you want, and you will find the levels of resistance or support that you need to be looking out for, right? So yeah, hopefully you learned something from that. Does TradingView only work on laptop or computer? I believe it does work on a phone, but I wouldn't be using it on a phone. I'll tell you what, guys, what might be good for you. TradingView has a lot of adverts and stuff, right? If you have not paid a subscription, I pay like a monthly fee in order for me to just do this without any interruptions. However, if you was to go to charts.cointrader.pro, so there, and you search there, let's just leave that. It basically does the exact same thing, but there's no ads. So again, if I was to just search XRP, I'd be looking at XRP over USD. So, oh, by the way, guys, another thing to mention, I always look at my graphs over USDT. USDT is like the most common stable coin, like on Binance, for instance. So if you was to use TradingView, let me show you the homepage of TradingView, just so you guys know where to start. TradingView here. So in this box here, you would then type XRP. You'll realize so many of them come up. But here you've got XRP over USDT, and this is the same chart as Binance. You've got all of these different exchanges here, but I just use Binance, right? So again, but some of them won't come up as easy. So if you do Ethereum, you realize you got Kraken. There's Binance, but it's not USDT. So all you got to do is just write USDT. That'll be the top one. Okay, Ethereum over USDT. Click that, and it will bring up the chart for you. Okay, so it's just as easy as that, right? But yeah, charts.cointrader.pro is basically another chart analysis thing that you could use, very similar. But here, there's no USDT; it will just be USD. So just look out for that. Click that, and you can see it's very similar, right? In fact, it's exactly the same. However, you won't be getting any ads on here. And the good thing with charts.cointrader.pro is that it has a lot more history. So you can go back. If I even go to like the weekly chart, God, here we go. Sorry, that's a little bit mental, but there you go. That was XRP. Look at how run it had in 2017. Crazy stuff. But it goes all the way back. If you wanted to look at data back in July 2013, if you look at the dates down here, August 2013, you can. Not that you would need to, but sometimes there's great levels of support and resistance there. If you look at it here, if I just got this horizontal ray again, and I just put it right there, bring that across a little bit. What can we see here, guys? Right? What can we see here? We could see that this is the weekly chart, by the way. We could see that from September 2018 to March 2021, we have had a 3-year resistance at this level here at 68.70 cents. We hit it once, we came back down. Hit it again, we rejected it again. Hit it again, we rejected it again. What did we do this time a few weeks ago? Boom, we smashed above it. When we had that massive crash with Bitcoin and everything went down, what did it do? It crashed, and what did it do? It came back and found support over the 3-year resistance. Okay, so even massive time frames, you can look at it and you could see levels of resistance and support. With TradingView, I don't think you can go back as far as this. So if you wanted to look at more history, you could use this website here, and there's no ads. But yeah, there you go. Weekly chart XRP, resistance, 3 years of resistance, smashed above it. We've now come back and retested it. We flipped it into support. That is no longer resistance for XRP. This is now support for XRP. Okay, so yeah, you could learn a lot just from like more wider time frames as well. So yeah, I think, guys, that would probably be it in regards to the whole crypto analysis. Glad to see you guys are still here, so thanks for bearing with me. John Fist, Akhtar, and DJ, multi-talented. Good to see people of your caliber on here, my friend. Great. You want to do TradingView on as large screen as possible? Oh, sorry. So great video, Tanner. I have looked at these charts a few times and quite simply been mind boggled. It seems it's far easier than I thought to at least see what's happening now. Thank you. I'm so glad you know, you've learned from it, my man. Seriously, it can be very mind boggling. It's very, you know, technical. It looks scary, but as long as you know what you're doing and you just understand the simple stuff, I've shown you the bare minimum here. And even with the bare minimum, you've probably learned a lot. I hope you've learned a lot. You also watched my do your own research video today, and you did your own research. Good. I'm glad you done it, man. Like I said, I say all the time, you know, one by one, I'll be releasing these videos, and hopefully you could just learn something every time from them. So have a watch. I'll be releasing weekly. I'm doing live streams every day from Monday to Friday at this time, 6:30. Okay, and I'll just try and create something which will just teach you something every single time, right? That's the plan. But I'm glad to see you're doing that. Guys, please do leave a like as well on the live stream. I would really, really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do already as well. Here we go. Mohammed, a friend recommended Telcoin. Yeah, Telcoin is great. I actually I remember I said this story a few days ago. Back in November, I was looking at Telcoin and it was so cheap. And I was reluctant to buy it, and I don't know why. I've got no reason at all. I was just in other stuff and I didn't want to move around. And then I remember seeing it in January, February, and it just went mental. And hopefully by now, you know me, Mohammed, I do not buy things that have already gone mental, because I want to be part of the mental. I want to be holding something from the bottom and ride it all the way up to the top, knowing that I made the maximum amount, not when something has already gone up XX amount. But you know, great. Honestly, Telcoin is excellent. It's probably got one of the most partnerships I've ever seen with a crypto. So it is brilliant. It's a great recommendation. Just personally, just regarding the price and how much it's gone up, I wouldn't invest in it. That's the only reason why. Hendon Guna, there are tutorial vids on YouTube on how to use TradingView. There probably are. Yeah, there'll be loads of them, man. There'll be loads of tutorial videos on how to use TradingView. But again, I hope you've been able to you know, find out how to use most of TradingView. So if I just even go back to it, you now know where the time frames are. If you wanted to just search without going back to the home screen, you just click up here, and again, you just search whatever you need to search, and it will just come up just like that. Again, your lines are in here. Your fib retracement is in here. Where is it? Right there. So yeah, again, I've just shown you the basic stuff. So if you didn't want to see anything, or you did want to see stuff, you could just click these here, which hides and shows it. So yeah, it isn't as hard as people think. Some people would go completely mental and start getting out all of these indicators or whatever. I don't know, I don't even know what that is. But there you go. Now it's on there. Do you know what I mean? But some people would use this. I've got no idea what this does, but this would tell a story to someone. I'm just using and showing you some of the most simple stuff possible, so you guys can use it as well. So yeah. Andrew, great stream again, Tanner. Massive respect, my man. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me and, you know, watching me for over an hour explaining how to do some of these things on the charts. I hope you've all learned something today, and yeah, we'll definitely do it again. Like I said, please do like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and guys, I think actually, does anyone have any questions at all? Is there anything anyone wants to ask me? I'll give you like 30 seconds or so before I do go. So yeah, let me know if you've got anything you want to ask at all. Cheers, Tanner. Great stream. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for joining, man. I really do appreciate it. I know you must have been watching Lee Gunner's live stream earlier when I was on there. Hopefully I'll be making some more appearances on there as well. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you'll come back as well. And yeah, I appreciate you coming. Dan, I'm not going to put that on the screen, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you've been able to learn something as well. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. Again, thank you all so much. Please like, subscribe, and look out for the videos, guys. I'll be releasing quite a bit this week. I'll be working hard tomorrow on releasing some of the content you guys want to see. Any questions you have, leave it in the comments below. I want to do videos for you. So anything you are confused about, anything you want to know, just comment and I will do a video for you just for your comment, because that's what I want the channel to be about. I need to help as many people as I can. I'll do videos on what I think is relevant so you don't make the same mistakes as me. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys again soon. So yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.